High School Coaches Association is proud to partner with the College Football Playoff Foundation in its Extra Yard for Teachers recognition program. We want to inspire and empower our Texas teachers by focusing on programs that provide recognition, resources, recruitment, and professional development. This evening, we are proud to recognize Coach Celso Gonzalez from Memorial High School for his outstanding commitment and service to our students and athletic community. For 37 years, he has faithfully taught and coached at Memorial High. He shares his knowledge, experience, and passion with his students. Memorial High and McAllen ISD, along with the Texas High School Coaches Association and the College Football Playoff Foundation, believe that Texas educators are our most valuable asset. Thank you, Coach Gonzalez, for your dedication and positive impact on students. Coach Gonzalez is on the field with several school officials, including Board Trustee Sofia Pena, our Superintendent, Dr. Rene Gutierrez, and Principal Ramiro Castillo. Way to go, Coach Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, in appreciation for the role our men and women in the armed forces play in defending and protecting our freedom, we are proud to recognize our Veteran of the Week.
Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that, as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and administrators.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
Should not criticize the players on either team.
should not boo the officials,
Shall not have alcohol beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans,
Should cheer for your team.
and should show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Hello everyone. On behalf of our school board and our McAllen ISD families, I want to welcome all of you to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thank you for supporting our sporting events in our public schools. Your energy and your passion is what drives our student athletes to excel on the field. Enjoy the game and best of luck to both teams. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to McAllen ISD Football Night here at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium at DQ Fan Field. We have a dandy of a show here tonight. It's two McAllen ISD schools against each other. It is the McAllen Bulldogs versus the Memorial Mustangs. We're going to go straight into the keys to the game. Our keys to the game tonight, well, of course, one thing you keep in mind is the rivalry. So it's going to be all about the Memorial run offense versus the High School pass. Who controls the tempo of the game is very important. Who's on the field for the majority of the game. And the last but not least, it is going to be, since we have a lot of super good players on the field here tonight, who's going to be making the big plays. And at this time, we will be honoring America with a national anthem. We have a slight delay, so we're going to come back to the player profile for McAllen.
My name is Jacob Villegas. I'm a senior for the McAllen Bulldogs, and I play center.
For 200 now for the season. With his 2 carries, and here's his 3rd carry, and another huge hole. And look at him take off. He's at the 20, at the 10, and it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs.
You know, my role is just to make sure that the quarterback gets the ball, and that, you know, our play can start smoothly, and then, you know, just block for my quarterback, you know, make sure he's safe. Man, just the love for hitting people. That's the first thing, and just the team sport, you know, having everyone, you know, have your back and stuff. Like teamwork, that's the biggest thing. If you're not good with your team, you know, nothing's gonna happen. You gotta be good with your team. Man, I just tune out all the noise, you know. I just make sure that I'm doing my job and I'm executing at a high level. Our run plays, you know, versus Waters Lincoln, the Raider, it was amazing. You blocked the guy, hole opened right up. Just to win out, you know, and then district champs. Of course, that's what we've been preaching the whole year. You know, we got to get there. We got to get there. I want to go to UTSA. I want to be a mechanical engineer.
And at this time, now we will give you the player profile for the Mustangs.
My name is Javi Aguirre, and I play defensive end for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs.
He may have picked up a yard. Keller in there on the stop, along with his teammate Javi Aguirre, the defensive end.
Playing high school football, you know, it's really taught me to become a leader and to have dedication. Before this, you know, it wasn't really all that, but up until now, you know, I'm just a completely different player. Yeah, rivalry, you know, it's a big game. Our defense, we all just got to stay focused, you know, it's a big week. We all got to do our job, create a lot of pressure to that quarterback. This game isn't just a rivalry game. It'll determine who we really are for the district. I got a lot of guys over there, you know, that I grew up playing football. Off the field, you know, we'll be friends and whatever, but once we put them helmets on, you know, we just battle, you know, to determine who's the best team or not.
Take another look at that.
Guys on the line, you know, it's a lot of sacrifice for us, and you know, getting a sack just means a lot for the D-line. You know, it's like when a running back scores a touchdown. That's the same feeling we feel every time we get a sack. After high school, I plan on, you know, if I get accepted to Texas A&M, I plan on getting a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
All right, there we've got our color guard. We're all set for the national anthem. Memorial JROTC color guard, affiliated with the U.S. Marine Corps. And we've got a group of 6 students who will perform our national anthem here this evening.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does thou that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, very well done by our students there from McAllen Memorial participating in the national anthem. You might have noticed one of the football players. That was tight end Gavin McIntyre, who's a team captain and also involved with the choir. The others included Tomas Gonzalez, Enoch Garcia, Ronaldo Sanchez, Gael Nino, and Mitchell Rodriguez. And let's take a look at our starters now. And we'll get our starters up here. We can show those two. We'll have starters for both teams here tonight, starting with the visiting team, the Mackay Bulldogs. McCoy Waltoff is their quarterback, Hunter Morley at running back, and then their foursome of receivers, Enciko Jones, Finn Henderson, Albert Alaman, and Eden Maldonado. Maldonado at tight end. And then Brian Bazan, Corbin Guerrero, a sophomore, Diego Villegas, Matthew Guerra, and Adam Gonzalez are the offensive line. Four-man front on defense, Mason Briones, Fletcher Frisbee, Sam Heffley, and Cash Frisbee, the Frisbee brothers in there. And then two linebackers, Oliver Schwartz and Brian Bettis. Schwartz, one of the captains, and then a five-man secondary there. And then looking at McAllen Memorial, Kane Coy is their quarterback. Braxton Spates started as a fullback. He's now a running back. Jorge Munoz also in there. Hugo Rodriguez, Michael Alanis, the receivers, along with McIntyre at tight end. Then our offensive line, Damian Lopez Castillo, Tadeo Zamora, Jose Rios, and then the two 300-pounders on the left side, Ezekiel Osuna and Sean Reyes. And then the defensive line, a three-man front, Dylan Sanchez, Jose De La Garza, and Javi Izaguirre, who was featured on our player profile. Four-man linebacker core, and Julian Castaneda, Dalton Keller, Jonathan Garcia, and Isabel Roberts-Jones. Defensive backs, and Noah Cañas and Josh Castellanos are the corners. Nehemiah Debo Wally is the safety, and Stevie Gonzalez also at safety. And earlier this week, we were able to talk to Memorial head coach Moses Patterson about the rivalry, and he's been part of it for 16 years now as either an assistant coach or a head coach, and here's what he had to say.
I think it starts off just with the community. We have a special community here in McAllen, Texas, the Rio Grande Valley. You know, everyone's always rooting for each other. At the end of the day, we want the best for either school, and this is just a situation where you know, they were the first of the three schools here in McAllen, and it was kind of brother versus brother, that type of thing. And it's just been a great rivalry over the years. They were up for a while. We kind of came back and evened some things out and took the lead. And, you know, we're looking to just continue that series. And records, stats, all that stuff is always out the window. But you're always going to get a great game when McAllen Memorial and McAllen High play each other. So we're just looking forward to it. They got a great staff over there, a great group of kids. That's kind of the beauty of our thing. We talk about community a lot, but you know, Friday night our kids won't be friends or anything like that, but as soon as that game's over, they're back to being buds, and they grew up with one another, and it's just moving forward, and again, making sure that we're all out going the same direction after that.
And there's a live shot there of Coach Patterson in his fifth year as head coach of the Mustangs. 16th year with the program. He was an assistant coach for a long time before that, coaching the defense. We've got the coin toss going on now. We've got the captains out there for both teams. We have those captains for you. We have Mackay's and Memorial's captains. There's the Mackay captains, and Oliver Schwartz, the linebacker, Finn Henderson, Pablo De La Rosa, McCoy Waltoff, Diego Villegas, and Cash Frisbee. Memorial's captains include Jaden Solis, Kane Coy, Dalton Keller, Javi Izaguirre, Sean Reyes, and Gavin McIntyre. You can see only 4 players from each team are allowed to be in there as captains at the coin toss. And they have 2 other players who kind of act as honorary captains who stand just out of frame there. Patrick Shelby, in his 7th year as head coach of the Bulldogs. And, of course, Shelby and also Coach Patterson were featured on local TV channels, CBS 4, KVEO. They got interviewed, talked a little bit about the game, the rivalry, and both of them emphasized the fact that, yeah, the players certainly want to beat each other.
They deferred. Second half. Memorial will receive.
And players certainly, yes, they want to beat each other and everything, but it's a friendly rivalry. And they get along off the field, and then on the field, of course, they play hard, but they play fair. Here's tonight's officials, Mario.
And we have referee Ramiro Zuniga, and then the rest of the officials are Galvan, Torres, Garza, Lopez, Garcia, and Camarillo. And you're right, Mark. This is a friendly rivalry. They played each other since their days in middle schools. And I don't know if this means anything, but Memorial has dominated most of those games. Okay, so that might be a motivating factor for the McAllen kids, to seniors especially, that they want to finish on a positive note.
It is indeed. Memorial winning last year's matchup, and it was a pretty exciting game. If you remember, 32 to 29. McAllen Memorial winning last year's meeting. McAllen's last victory was a couple of years ago. So both of these teams, or players on these teams, have experienced victory in the series while they are in high school. Overall, the all-time series is 23-20 in favor of Memorial. So this is the 44th meeting. First meeting back in 1983. That was a McAllen victory, and McAllen kind of dominating in the 80s and 90s. Memorial has been dominant since then, but we'll see what happens tonight. Here's Cash Gassidas with the kickoff, and we are underway in the Battle of the M. A field at the 4-yard line is Memorial up across the 20 to about the 21. Jaden Solis on the return there, and a tackle made by the cornerback, Aiden Ayala.
So it's interesting that McAllen won the toss and they deferred. They opted to give the ball to the Mustang offense. So, but let's not forget that last week, Mark, this defensive unit for the Bulldogs had a heck of a game, holding the Edward Vela Sabercats to just 10 points.
Here we go. Let's go sing.
Okay, here's our first play from scrimmage. Memorial at their own 21. They give it to Braxton Spates, who has a little trouble with it, but recovers with the ball and able to pick up a couple yards up to the 23-yard line. It'll be second down.
Braxton Spates, no surprise, first carry of the game coming in here. Mark with 83 carries for 720 yards. Almost an 8-yard per carry average.
So second down and 8 for the Mustangs. Mustangs love to grind it out, but they do have an effective passing game when they go to it. It's a 5-man rush from McAllen, and they're going to go outside. Memorial does. Picks up a first down and more across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And a good run there by Jorge Munoz.
One of the things about the McAllen Bulldogs last week that were very successful is that they kept the running backs between the hash mark. And this time the running back got outside. And anytime you do that, you're usually going to get positive yards, just like that play.
So Mustangs with the first down. Kane Coy, a senior at quarterback. He is a 3-year varsity starter, so a very experienced quarterback here under center for the Mustangs. First and 10. They hand this off. It's Munoz again, and he's into the secondary, and this time brought down. But there is a flag down as well. Tackle on the play by Riley Owsley, the rover.
And it's going to go, the flag is going to go against the Mustangs. And we'll see what our R1 for the night.
Sideline warning, McAllen.
Wasn't able to hear exactly what he called, but it was something on McAllen. Oh, a sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Everybody's excited on the sidelines, Mark.
Yeah, it's easy for players to creep a little too close and encroach in that white zone area along the sidelines. That was just a warning, so the play counts. Here's Coy, going to keep this, crosses midfield, and is out near the 45.
And another flag is out, Mark. And that's usually what happens when you have two rivalries playing each other. Their adrenaline is a little higher than usual. And have you seen flags early, Mark, as we take a look, see what Ramiro Zuniga has to say?
Block in the back. Number 19, that's declined. Holding, number 48, 10 yards from previous spot. Replay, first down.
Here's something in their pregame meetings between officials, Mark. They always talk about let's get control of this game early. Let's show them that we are here. And that usually settles the players down and you get a cleaner game.
And that one, 10-yard penalty.
Those are the ones that hurt, especially when you get that much positive yardage and you're on a roll. And now you go back to a first and a 19 yards.
Yeah, so Memorial pushed back there after about a 7-yard gain by Kane Coy. See, in his backfield, he's got Jorge Munoz and Braxton Spates. Spates, the leading rusher on this Memorial team.
Please put 10:13 on the clock. It'll start on the snap.
We're going to add 9 seconds on the clock.
And in a game like this, any second can be very important.
And we've seen that before. This rivalry, which has produced plenty of classic games. Memorial officially the home team tonight. Here they go on 1st and 19 after the hold. And here's Spates with a lot of room. Look at him break into the secondary and turn on the afterburners. He's racing for the end zone. And Braxton Spates has put Memorial on the board here in this historic rivalry game. 61-yard run by Spates. And Memorial is on the board here early on.
Mark, that's what you call a team touchdown. Great blocking. And then Braxton, he went to the right side, and what nice vision, made a cut, went to the left, and found the big open field all to himself for an easy touchdown for him.
And here's the extra point try. This is up, and it is good. So the extra point is good with 10:02 to play in the first quarter, and the Mustangs leading 7-0. Another look at the touchdown here. Great run here by Spates.
Watch the cut right here, Mark. Up to the left side. And then all of a sudden, what does he do? Boom. Open field. He showed his speed. That was something that people talked about. They talked about that they know Braxton can get you the tough yards, but does he have the speed? Well, he answers everyone on that run.
Yeah, great run there. Got some congratulations from his offensive lineman, including Sean Reyes, as the biggest player in the Mustang team at 340 pounds. And the Mustangs go up early here in this historic rivalry.
And you know, the Mustang offense, they knew that McAllen said, we want to put our defense out there first. See how our defense does against your offense. And give the victory to that fine offensive unit for the Mustangs.
And back to receive is Cinco Jones. This will go to a different player. And stepping out of bounds there, that's Riley Owsley. It's a defensive player. Made a good catch there. And the McAllen will have okay field position at about their 20-yard line. And they'll have their first possession here.
There's no foul on the play. No foul.
No foul on the play. Explained by the officials. There we see Coach Patterson.
And now it's time for the Mustang offense, and they do have a bunch of playmakers. And Woltoff, the quarterback, Finn Henderson, and Cinco Jones. And, of course, Morley, the fine running back.
Yeah, Morley, there we see him there, number 25. Woltoff, shotgun snap. Fakes it to Morley, keeps it himself, and has room, a first down and more, all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A run of about 15 yards there for the quarterback.
That's a good start for McCoy Woltoff. He did a good job of faking a handoff to Morley and kept it. Had a bunch of the Memorial defenders. They bit on it, and McCoy with a nice run.
So here the Bulldogs come out with a trips left. 3 receivers to the left. Now man goes in motion. That's Maldonado, the tight end. Oh, and the pass is deflected. by the Mustangs. Had a man coming in on the blitz. That was Vicente Valdez. Or excuse me, Javier Izaguirre, the defensive end.
The thing about that play, probably would have gotten some yardage, Mark, but Izaguirre did a wonderful job, but we had a flag. Did we? No.
No, we didn't.
But Izaguirre doesn't get credit for, I don't think, it's just maybe a deflection, but he doesn't get credit for a tackle, but he messed up that play for sure.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now. Man goes in motion. That's Delan Garcia. They're going to hand this off to Morley. And his first carry goes across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 7.
And this first possessions are always so important, Mark, because everybody's trying to set the tone for their team, whether you're on offense or defense.
So you had a lead block there from his offensive lineman, Adam Gonzalez, the left tackle.
Definite passing down here.
So 3rd down and 7. Got trips to the right. Weltoff with time. Now being chased. He's going to keep this. And is able to cross the 40. And a late flag comes in. This might be a late hit.
Initially, it also looked like they wrapped them around the helmet area. But this is going to give the Mustangs a 1st down. This is a mark of good officiating.
Tackled short of the 1st down, the line to gain. But you're right, the penalty will end up as a Mackay 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
And that was from the end of the run, so that's 15 yards tacked on. And you'll see it again here.
Good scramble. And you're going to see it right there.
Yeah, there you see. Usually if the player's head twists kind of awkwardly, then that indicates a face mask. And the ball moved all the way to the Mustang 43-yard line. And here's Morley trying to turn that corner. Cuts through, crossed the 40 to about the 39, and a pickup of 4.
Morley came into this game with 47 carries, 391 yards, and a big 8.3 yards per carry. And it's important for the Bulldog offense to also establish the running game. Makes it easier for the passing game to open up.
Mm-hmm. You've got 2 really good running backs here for both these teams. Morley for Mackay and Spates for Memorial. Where Spates, any Mustang fan recognizes that name as his 2 older brothers, Trevor Spates and Campbell Spates, were both.
That's the first time out of the half.
They were both produced some legendary numbers, and we've got a timeout called here by Mackay, and we're going to take a break. It's Memorial 7 and Mackay nothing here in the 1st quarter, and you're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We're here for you every step of the way.
And we're back here with the Mustangs in an early lead, 7-0 on a fine run by Braxton Spates. But the Bulldogs are driving thanks to a penalty. They have a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Bulldogs making it happen here on this drive. They move down into Memorial territory. Put a man in motion. That's Cinco Jones. Here's Morley. Sweep to the right. And picked up some blocks there from his teammates, Matthew Guetta and also Andrew Saldana, before he goes down after a short gain.
And Marco Morley there was excited in the run But good pursuit by the Mustang defense. As you can take a look at the end, Keller in on the tackle.
Personal foul, face mask, number 90, defense. 15-yard penalty,
defense.
First down.
So that'll tack on another 15 yards. Those are heavy penalties the Mustangs have endured on this drive.
And you know, Mark, that both coaches, there you go, you can see the penalty there, Mark, but both coaches, I'm sure, Coach Patterson and Shelby talked to their players about holding their emotions in check. You got to win the game on the field, not by causing some bad penalties.
Yeah, it's a first down at the 19-yard line now. Just over 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, and Bulldogs knocking at the door. And here's the quarterback, Woltoff. And Mustangs string that out well and hold him to no gain. Dalton Keller in there on the tackle, along with teammate Josh Castellanos.
And you can see why Dalton Keller, he was mentioned in that Campbell's magazine as a potential MVP in the league. But guess what, Mark?
What's that?
Another penalty.
Oh.
Illegal shift, number 81, offense. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
So the Mustangs had held the Bulldogs to a 1-yard loss, but they're going to take the penalty and move Mackay back 5 yards.
Take a look at the replay. It was a shift too soon, but the Mustangs did a good job on that play. And so far, the Bulldogs have not even put the ball up in the air. That is where they are very good at. Woltoff already has over 1,000 yards passing.
How many touchdowns for Woltoff?
It looks like so far he's got a whopping 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
He's tough. He's doing a wonderful job this year. His first year as a starter.
First and 15. Here's Morley trying to go to the wide side. Cuts it up the field across the 15-yard line near the 11. It's close to a first down, be just a couple yards shy. That'll bring up second down.
And this time the Mustangs were not ready for the Bulldogs going to the left side. All the runs were on the right side, and this time they tried the left side, and Morley was able to find enough yards, 7 yards on that carry.
So second down and 3. Woltoff's going to fake the handoff as a man opens short. That's Finn Henderson. His first catch gets it down to the 5-yard line. It'll be first and goal.
And that one looked like a RPO kind of deal, or run passer option. Woltoff rolling out after a good fake. He could have run with the ball, but it was a lot easier to give that ball to one of your playmakers, Finn Henderson, who is a leading receiver with 23 receptions. But he didn't get 18 yards like he usually gets, Mark.
Oh, yeah. They got him a first down. First and goal here at the 5. Got a wing left. Woltoff's going to keep this. Morley with the lead block. And Woltoff bottled up after about a 1-yard pickup. And it'll be second and goal.
Nothing fancy on that. They're just trying to go on the advantage. He followed Morley. But the Mustang defense, once again, Keller already having a good game.
Yeah, Dalton Keller, the middle linebacker for Memorial, one of their captains. At the halfway point of the first quarter now, second and goal for Mackay. Woltoff looking left, now throws over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jones. And it'll bring up third and goal.
And then that one, when we take a look at the replay, the first option was to the left. Woltoff took a peek over there, didn't see his receiver open, and came back with his second option. There you go, left. And it was pretty close to a touchdown.
See Coach Shelby watching closely here. Crucial play, 3rd down and goal from the 4. And Woltoff, wraparound draw. Morley crashing forward. He's very close. He's near the goal line. No indication of a touchdown. And it'll be 4th and goal inside the 1.
Well, I thought Morley was going to go in there. He really put his head down and got so close. Right there, he was moving. And guess who stopped him, Mark?
Yeah, he was down. Was that Keller again?
It looked like Keller was. He's usually around those plays. Here we go, quarterback keeper time.
4th and goal, and Woltoff to keep it.
Yeah, I don't think he can make it.
And not sure, no signal yet. Officials still uncovering the scrum. And it's Memorial football.
What a defensive stand, Mark. What a defensive stand, and you can see the excitement on the Memorial side, and sure, they should be excited. I mean, there was no doubt that Coach Shelby was going to go for it. The offense was, they were hot. They were hot, they took it.
Well, the drive went 79 yards, took about 5 minutes off the clock. Comes up about a half-yard short. We'll look at it again here.
Good reaction by the defense, Mark, as soon as it was snapped.
And it doesn't look like Woltoff was even able to extend it beyond the line of scrimmage. And Mustangs take over at their own 1-yard line. And here's quarterback sneak by Coy. Just trying to gain some yards. He just keeps right on going. Looked like the old flying wedge days, and I think the ball may have come out, but an official is indicating it was down by contact.
Down by contact.
The officials talk it over briefly and say it's still Mustang football.
Well, it is Mustang.
Actually picked up a first down here.
Pretty much Kane Coy. He just followed his big guys, and look at him.
Well, we got 2 300-pounders in that offensive line.
They couldn't even touch him.
Can't really tell when the ball came out. They're now at the 12-yard line, an 11-yard quarterback sneak. And here's a handoff. And this is their fullback. That's a Munoz.
And Mark, what a difference between 2 quarterback sneaks. The Bulldogs could not get 1 yard for a touchdown, and then the Mustangs tried it themselves, and they got 10 yards on their quarterback keeper.
9-yard pickup there. That'll put the Mustangs over 100 yards rushing already. We're at 108 with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
So far, the Mustang offensive line is dominating.
So 2nd down and 1. 3-step drop here for Coy. He's going to throw this, and incomplete. It's intended for McAllen ISD, his stalwart senior receiver. And bring up 3rd down.
And you know, as a defensive coordinator, anytime they put the ball in the area of Alanis, you got to be nervous. He had an opportunity, but he was spinning and not in position. But usually Alanis, we're used to it, Mark. He comes up with those catches.
Elijah Schwartz covering on the play for Mackay. Here we go, 3rd and 1. We've got Munoz and Spates in the backfield. It's going to go to Spates on a toss. Spates dancing his way through, picks up the first down, is still going, and finally brought down by Cash Frisbee after he crosses the 30 to about the 33 in a gain of 12.
And that's a confidence that offensive coordinator Tivo Gonzalez has in Spates. Usually you want to run up the middle for a quick 1-yarder, but he decided to go outside, and look at him. Looking upfield, just like his brothers used to do.
Yeah, had a good block by Munoz, and Alanis also providing a good block.
And he's difficult to bring down. Very strong.
So 1st and 10 here for the Mustangs. Spates. And Spates hit in the backfield. And a great defensive play there by the Bulldogs. So we saw Schwartz, the linebacker, come crashing through, along with his teammate Marco Palacios.
Good job by Schwartz. And Mark, right there is a play that tells you that if your offensive linemen don't block, you're not going to run anything.
Yeah, loss of a yard.
Real quickly the defender got in there, number 50, like you said. Well, that was Mario Palacios. And then Schwartz came in and finished off the play.
So 3 minutes to go in the quarter. And here's Coy on a keeper. Able to turn that corner a little bit. And picked up a few yards there before he was forced out of bounds by Owsley, the rover.
I don't know, that was a play design meant for King Coy to take off. It looked like there was confusion. There was nobody to hand it off to, and he made the best of the situation. And that's what King Coy, when you have experience, Mark, you don't panic, and he made something positive yards to make it a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think you're right. You saw kind of a moment of hesitation there. Alanis lines up as a wing on the right side. Split backfield. They'll fake it to Spates. And Coy is in a heap of trouble here, and he's going to go down. A big sack there for the Bulldogs. Cash Frisbee and Schwartz in there for the sack.
No surprise that the Bulldog defense came up with a stop, because they did that all night long last week against the Vela Sabercats.
Yeah, it's a 6-yard loss on 3rd down, so I'll bring on the punting unit. Good sportsmanship there. Frisbee helping Coy up.
Cash came in with 16 total tackles. His brother Fletcher with 17, so maybe they're having a little brotherly competition, see who gets the most tackles.
And here's the punt. Takes a Mustang bounce, picked up at about the 24-yard line. That's Elijah Schwartz. Runs it across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And the Bulldogs will set up from there. So the Bulldogs defense able to hold serve there. And they get the ball back.
And Elijah Schwartz, there is a penalty out there, Mark. Elijah Schwartz did a good job of fielding the ball. If he wouldn't have, the ball would probably have gone more for another 10 yards.
Unsportsmanlike act, number 17. 15-yard penalty for kneeling to run. 1st down.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct called against Mackay. That'll be 15 yards. You see the lengthy punt there by Robert Ruelas. And then Elijah Schwartz here on the return. There might have been something after the play. Maybe something was said. Don't see anything physical there.
Right
well,
there.
Yeah, there we go right there. Kind of tossing the ball in a mocking fashion.
That's called taunting.
Yep. So right there at the end. And so here's the first play for Mackay. They're going to hand this off. And that's first touch there for Cole Morley. That's the younger brother of Hunter Morley. So you've got the Morley brothers, both playing in the backfield tonight for Mackay. It's the first varsity carry there for Cole.
Congratulations. Positive 4 yards.
So 2nd down and 6. Going to throw this, and this is caught. That's Talon Garcia. Garcia has been the starting tight end much of the year, but lined up tonight as a wide receiver. And makes his first catch there up to the 25 and a gain of 4.
They only gained 4 yards, Mark, but that's how you start to soften the secondary. You start getting them nervous because you think it might be a setup, and that also gives confidence to Woltoff. Get a couple of completions in.
We're in the last minute of the first quarter. Mustangs up thanks to a 61-yard touchdown run by Braxton Spates. The difference right now. Trips to the left. The pistol in the backfield as Woltoff with time to throw hits Cinco Jones, and this is going to be a catch and a 1st down. So on 3rd down, they're able to convert and move the ball for 12 yards all the way up to the 37.
And Cinco Jones went down to the turf to get that one. Of course, anytime you're scrambling It's going to be hard to make an accurate pass right there. The only one that could caught that ball was Cinco Jones. First down, Bulldogs.
And Bulldogs at the 37 now. Here's play action. Going to throw this deep, but the receiver had already pulled up in his route. And it's going to be an incomplete pass.
And that happens, Mark. Sometimes you hear the play. Lots of things are going on in your head. And you think it's a 5 and out, and it really wasn't.
Yeah, it was Finn Henderson, the intended receiver. He had pulled up short, like a little hitch route, and Woltoff had thrown it downfield. So 14 seconds left and second down. So Maldonado, the tight end, will line up in the trips to the left. One receiver to the right. Going to give this to Morley in the backfield, and the Mustangs all over that. That's Cole. And the Mustangs stop him for a loss, and it'll be third down and long. And we'll continue after the break. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and the score, Mustangs 7, Bulldogs nothing. See Dalton Keller in there on that tackle, along with his teammate, Nico Moreno. And at the end of one quarter of play, Mustangs up by a touchdown. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this.
The Sames Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earn students a chance to win a new car from Sames. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Sames McAllen Ford, or always online at SamesMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Sames.
And we're back here at DQ Fan Field, which is in its 50th season. Opened in 1976. Still going strong. Been over close to 600 football games have been played on this field.
I'd like to send a shout out to Memorial. This is two coaches that work at Gonzalez Elementary, Mark. One of them has Delton Keller on the Mustang side, and the other one, John Saldana, has Andrew Saldana on the Mackay side. So I hope they were talking to each other all day today at Gonzalez Elementary.
Third down and 13 now. Woltoff with time. Now sacked. Sacked by Izagirre. So Woltoff ran out of time there, had nowhere to throw it. Loses 3 yards on the sack. And Izagirre has made his second big play of the night.
Yes, Mark. I'm glad you noticed that. And you know, I think he was looking for the camera right here. Look at him, Mark. How about that?
He did do a dance.
He sees a lot of college football and a lot of NFL football. Isn't he the kid that was highlighted in a player profile?
That's
Mark?
right. Yeah, just today. And there's Oliver Schwartz. He's going to be the punter. Well, as a linebacker, he can play offense too. Yeah, this takes a huge, huge Bulldog roll all the way inside the 10, where it's picked up by Jaden Solis. Solis able to get it across the 10 and pushed out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. But the Mustangs will start deep in their own end.
That's a huge play right there for the Mackay Bulldogs special teams, because their punter came in only averaging about 25 yards per punt. They definitely got a lot more than 25 yards on that punt.
Yeah, got about 50 on that with that huge roll. Coach Patterson urging on his troops. Mustangs have the ball at the 12.
I'd like to congratulate Coach Patterson's son, Luke Patterson. He scored his first touchdown of the season in Little League football.
Be a future Mustang there. And here's Coy, going to hand this to Spates, straight up the middle. It's hit at the 15, and it's going to be stopped at about the 16-yard line.
And you notice on that play, Mark, he was held up, and there's no way he was going to be pushed back. He fell forward, and that's what good running backs do. They're always falling forward, getting that extra 1 to 2 yards, and makes it a 2nd and 4.
And Mustangs up to 125 yards rushing now.
On that one, it was a good play by the defender, Marco Palacios, but he wasn't able to bring down Spates.
And Coach Shelby looking on. 2nd down and 4 now. Play action. Coy looking downfield. May decide to run this. He does. Gets a first down across the 30 before he's bounced out of bounds by Elijah Schwartz. But a Mustang first down.
And I'm looking on the field, Mark. Are there any flags?
Holding, 78, offense.
Holding call.
Holding against the Mustangs.
Holding, 78, offense. Half the distance, replay, second down.
And that play right there was almost close to at the end, hitting Kane Coy when he was already out of bounds.
It's going to be a half the distance penalty, so this will be placed at the 8-yard line. Fourth penalty on the Mustangs. So the Mustangs 2nd and 13 now instead of a first down. See what they can do here. Pro set in the backfield. Coy to throw this. It's tipped and incomplete. Almost picked off by Aiden Ayala, the cornerback.
Aiden Ayala was very patient there. He waited for Coy to pass it. And
it's intended for Alanis.
That's a good play right there by Ayala, because Alanis would have caught the ball and maybe gotten about 8 yards, so that it would have made it a third and about 5 yards. So that's a big play by Ayala.
Mustangs in a big 3rd and 13 here. They're 0 for 2 passing. And Coy wants to throw, now being chased. In trouble, is going to be sacked. As he slips to the turf. It was touched down by Pablo De La Rosa, the blitzing safety. And Bulldogs defense had the right call there. Their blitz got through to Coy and sacked him at the 3-yard line.
It looks like the Mackay Bulldog defense has settled down. Has had some back-to-back stops. But of course, let's not forget that penalty, or the Mustangs would have had a first down, really come back to hunt the Mustangs.
And here's the punt. There's some Bulldog pressure there, but getting off the punt was Ricky Resendez, and the ball comes loose. Ball came loose, and I think the Mustangs have it, and they do. Mustangs with the turnover. Jason Martinez recovers the ball.
Good job by Jason hustling downfield. And as soon as he saw the ball on the ground, he pounced on it.
Yeah, he was real quick to get it. And the ball took an awkward bounce, as it can easily do. Bulldogs unable to bring that in, and Johnny on the spot was Jason Martinez.
Blindside hit.
Mark.
Number 0. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run.
Another penalty, Mark.
Memorial's ball, first down.
That's going to even move the ball further downfield. So you're looking, Mark, instead of the Bulldogs getting the ball in good field position, the turnover, it's going to cost them about 40 yards, and you add another 15-yard, it's 55-yard difference. That's hard to overcome by any team.
That's going to move the ball all the way to the Bulldog 46.
And the other thing it does, I mean, your Bulldog defense just had a big stop. Sometimes it demoralizes you.
Yeah, 2 15-yard penalties in this game on Mackay. Here's Spates on a first down for the Mustangs and fights his way up close to a first down. They were at the Bulldog 46 and now might be at the 37 or 36. We'll see where they spot it. It is a first down for the Mustangs. 10 yards picked up by Spates there. A tackle on the play by Housley.
And Mark, there's nothing fancy about this play. It's just we're going to run power football. We're going to run right up the middle. And that's what the Mustangs are doing. And if you can continue to do that, it opens up everything on your playbook.
So first down for the Mustangs. The Bulldog 36. Bulldogs looking like they might want to blitz Owsley. So that's a handoff to Spates. Slides his way forward and is still on his feet.
They can't bring him down, Mark.
He is hard to tackle. I mean, he's a power runner with a great speed. That's a dangerous combination for any team. 6 yards on that pickup.
And on that carry, Mark, he was kind of running sideways. He wasn't even running forward, and they still couldn't bring him down. That shows you how strong Braxton Spates is. Check him out right there, Mark. He's sideways. Look at him. Took about 5 Bulldog defenders to bring him, or to at least stop him.
So 2nd down and 4. The 30-yard line. Tight end on the right side. Pro set backfield here. And it's going to go to Spates again. Picks up a block and a shoestring tackle there at the 21 by Frisbee. Otherwise, Spates might still be running. A new set of downs here for Memorial.
Good job by Frisbee. He doesn't make that tackle. And you're looking at the possibility of Braxton going in for a touchdown.
You see the replay again. Yeah, good job by Frisbee to just hang on for dear life there. You see Frisbee, number 94. His brother Fletcher plays 2 positions to his right as a defensive tackle. 1st and 10 now, and a toss. This is Solis, tucks it back inside up to about the 15-yard line. He was brought down by Owsley. Owsley's having a big game.
You already mentioned him several times. And you can't forget about Jaden Solis. He hasn't played in a lot of games, but he's only come into this game with, he played 3 games and has about 100 yards. But he had those games, he was doing very well.
Saw a shot of Owsley a moment ago. He's a junior. Mustang cheerleaders under Coach Pete Ramirez.
Be careful with Michael Alanis. He's been pretty quiet, the wide receiver for the Mustangs.
2nd down and 3. And here's Spates again. Lead block from Munoz. And Spates fights his way up to about the 7-yard line. And I believe that's enough for another 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
And another smart run by Spates, taking his time, letting his lineman block for him. And then when he sees that he's got to get it going, he takes off. And boy, see, we can get a shot of Spates' cleats. They're pretty nice.
Saw some cleats with rhinestones on them last night. Nicky Rowe, for a Nicky Rowe player. And here's a toss. This is Solis. Solis trying to get outside. Bulldog defenders all over him. Bring him down at the 5-yard line. Tackle on the play by Ayala. Gain of 2.
And Ayala again on a tackle.
We're going to actually count him down at the 6. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. There we see it again. Solis trying to find a hole there. The Bulldog defense had them all plugged. Under 6 minutes to go here in the 1st half. It's going to go to the Spates now. Spates hit at the line of scrimmage and then forced back. Spates may have gained a yard.
And that's something that we're getting used to, Mark, this Mackay Bulldog defense, at least in the last 2 weeks. They give up some yards, but when it comes time that they need a stop, they've done very well in getting stops. So look for some kind of rollout for Kane Coy. Use his legs. And look out for Alanis.
And here we go on 3rd and goal. And a toss left. And this is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. Jorge Munoz from 5 yards out gives the Mustangs a 13-0 lead.
Here I was thinking they were going to put the ball up in the air and forget about it when you have the offensive line that you do. And that was a play that offensive coordinator Tivo Gonzalez had up his sleeve. They probably used Spates as a decoy. I think everybody thought maybe Spates would run with the ball.
4:48 to go before halftime. The extra point here, try by Ruelas. And it's up and good. And the score, Mustangs 14, Mackay nothing. Time for the fan cam. So we see another look at the touchdown. And the run there by Jorge Munoz.
think Coach Gonzalez was thinking 2 down territory.
All right, you see the Mustang students happy with the results so far. Their team up by 2 scores. It's the kickoff going to be picked up at about the 16-yard line. This is Owsley trying to bring it up the middle now, across the 20, the 25, down at the 30, but a flag is down.
It's about the 10th penalty of the night.
Officials will talk this over. Just under 5 minutes to go.
Blindside hit. 21, receiving team. After this a goal, first down.
Oh, the officials really cracking down on any head-to-head contact, aren't they?
They are, and the Bulldogs are hurting themselves, but we always talk about a turnover, Mark. What happens on a turnover? A lot of yardage on the field. You take a look at the kickoff. But not only yardage on the gain on the field on the turnover, but also the fact that you put 6 points or 7 on the scoreboard. It's taking advantage. And you're looking at 2 teams that are very evenly matched, Mark. So those little things come back to really haunt you.
And here they go in first down from the 11. And this is Finn Henderson here on the flip pass across the 20, where he's brought down. Assistant coaches arguing for possibly a horse collar. And it's going to be a first down, though, for Henderson and company.
And that was close. That's what you got to do to get your playmakers.
Yeah, get the ball in their hands. The ball's going to be at the 25, a gain of 14. A new set of downs here for Mackay. Their tight end Maldonado in the slot on the lower part of your screen as Woltoff steps up in the pocket and hits his man. That's Maldonado, the tight end. And he's got a first down. And he's tough to bring down.
Look at him, Mark.
Going to the 49-yard line. And look at the extra Bulldogs come in there at the end and propel him up the way to the 50.
I thought they were going to blow the whistle. They never did.
25 yards on that pass.
And a very good play by Woltoff as he rolled out. He could have run with the ball, but decided to make it easy and make that pass. And check it out, Mark.
It took about 5 or 6 Mustangs to bring him down. That was really only after his teammates came in there and pushed the whole pile over. And here's 1st and 10 at midfield. Woltoff, or actually Morley, on the run here. And is bounced out of bounds at the 44 in Mustang territory. And it's a pickup of 6.
Now, this is exactly what the Bulldogs want to do, Mark. We know they moved the ball earlier, and the play stalled. Morley looking upfield, and look how he likes to hit somebody.
Yeah, picked up 6 yards there.
I don't know if you want to say something to the team when you're on their sideline, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Outnumbered about 40-1 there. A timeout called. I think it was just an official's timeout. I'll start the clock again here. Got the 2-minute timeout coming up just around the corner. Bulldogs with 2 timeouts to work with. Now the clock stopped again.
Please put 3:31 on the clock. 3:31, start on snap.
We're going to put 3:31 on the clock. See the man Garcia in motion. Lines up the wing on the left. They give this to Morley. Looking for room outside. Cuts back in. And is just able to cross the line of scrimmage for a gain of about 1. And this will bring up 3rd down.
There's plenty of time with about 3:15 left on the clock. You have your 2-minute timeout and 2 timeouts. So the time is really not a factor here for the Bulldogs to go 43 yards and try to get themselves a touchdown.
Clock under 3 minutes to go now. A precarious 3rd down here for Mackay. I think we're going to have a timeout.
There was a little bit of confusion of where to line up by some of the Bulldog players, Mark.
Timeout, Mackay. That's their 2nd timeout of the half.
All right, 2nd timeout used by Mackay with 2:52 to play in the first half, and Mackay facing a 3rd and 2. We'll step away for a moment. The score, Mustangs 14, Bulldogs nothing. We'll be right back. McAllen ISD is a state A-rated district for the 2025-26 school year. Not only that, but each high school also earned an A. 17 schools in all across McAllen ISD. McAllen ISD, we are all in. And we're back here at DQ Fan Field, 14-0 our score. Mustangs have touchdown runs from Spates and Munoz, their offensive backfield. And the Bulldogs on the march right now, trying to get something before halftime, facing a 3rd and 2, just inside Mustang territory at the 43.
It's a beautiful night out here, Mark, with both sides packed.
So Woltoff out of the gun. It's going to hand this off. Morley straight ahead. And he might be just short.
It definitely looks like he is short.
Yeah, it's going to bring up about 4th and 1. Maybe a little bit less. And we'll see what the Bulldogs decide to do here.
I'm sure they're going to try to go for it because it's important for the Bulldogs to try to get themselves some kind of points before halftime. Let's not forget the last time, but are they going to punt, Mark?
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing on the punting team. You know, if you run the play here and you don't get the 1st down, Mustangs have it near midfield with a chance to go up by 3 scores.
And something to think about, the last time they had that 4th and 1, the Mustang defense held. And it's going to give Coach Shelby an opportunity to think about it, Mark, with a 2-minute timeout. Maybe he'll come back and decide to go for it.
Yeah, we're at the 2-minute timeout.
We're going to reset the clock. We spotted the ball delay. Reset to 25 seconds on the clock. Two-minute timeout.
So we do have the 2-minute timeout. And that gives us a chance to recognize our main event fan of the game. And our fan of the game, we've actually got 2 people tonight. Samuel Buenteo, a Memorial parent, and from McAllen High School, Laura Vasquez, who is a secretary at Mackay in the counselor's office. And we appreciate all the work she does and appreciate the support of our parents. And they are our main event fans of the game, Mustangs and Bulldogs. And we've got the 2 respective principals in there. We've got a couple of our school board members in there too. And Miss Lucia Regalado and Mr. Robert Carillon, both in there. Some of our school district officials,
Sophia
including
Peña.
our deputy superintendent,
Look
Lorena
at that
Garcia.
shirt, Mark. Did you see Sophia
Oh, yes,
Peña's
and
shirt?
Sophia Peña.
She's got an M with the colors of both schools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty cool.
She's made it herself too. We were talking to her before the game, and yeah, Miss Peña, one of our board members, she said, "I've got to support both teams," and she had an M that was perfectly divided.
That's right.
And half of it purple, half of it blue, and but it's nice to see the support of our school board here. They're at every football game, and in main event, a big supporter as well of our fans of the game. So A lot of exciting things happening at the football games for McAllen ISD. We saw Nikki Rowe pull off a win last night against, they were playing Rio Grande City.
It'll be a tight district for sure. So what do you think, Mark? You think Coach Shelby's going to go for it? Well, here's the answer.
He's had time to think about it, and I think he's decided not to. I thought he was, but they line up in a punt formation. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Bulldogs down to one timeout. And here's the punt by Schwartz. And this is going to go into the back of the end zone. Alanis let it go, and it'll come out to the 20, and Memorial will have minute 53 to work with, and all three of their timeouts in their pocket. See what they can do.
And you know that the Bulldogs defense has to be ready. They don't want to go down more than 14 points. And you know the Mustangs, they are not going to sit on the ball. They're going to try to see if they can continue getting some big yards on the ground, and then they put it up in the air.
Yeah, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised for them here on first or second down to send one deep, maybe to Alanis, their speedster, and see what happens. First down from the 20, and they're going to do an end around here. This is Alanis, and Alanis across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line. So hoping he could maybe pop through and use his speed to pick up some big yardage.
He's very capable, that's for sure. And the Mustangs are not in a hurry to get in the huddle, so they'll wait to see what kind of yardage they get in the next play, and then you might see them a little bit in a hurry.
Picked up 8 yards, second down and 2 now. This would be a opportunity to try one deep, and that's maybe what they're doing as Coy, being rushed, has to check off. And that's one of his running backs, Solis, was able to pick up some yardage and stop the clock, but they were looking for more on that play.
Jacob Solis, a very good running back. Can not only run in for touchdowns, he can also become a receiver. He's got good hands, and he was smart enough to go out of bounds to save a timeout.
So first and 10. Clock stopped at a minute 12. 3-step drop here for Coy. Going to throw this toward the sideline. There's Alanis. Unable to break a tackle there, and a good open field tackle by Alex Corpus, the cornerback for McAllen. And I'll bring up second down.
Good defense by Corpus. He kept Alanis
timeout Memorial. That's the first time out of the half.
Bounds. The Mustangs had to use a timeout.
First timeout called by the Mustangs. We're going to take a quick break. Mustangs up 14-0 here with just over a minute to play in the first half. Coming to you from DQ Fan Field, McAllen Football Night at McAllen ISD will continue.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back here. Mark May with Mario Reyna and the rest of our award-winning MITV broadcast crew. Second down and 9 here for the Mustangs. 1:03 to play in the first half. Is Coy going to give this, or actually fake it to Spates and keep it? Still going here as he broke a tackle and was able to pick up some yardage up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
The clock is running. Now it's under 50 seconds. The Mustangs are not calling a timeout.
Yeah, big third down now here for the Mustangs. Under no hurry to stop it as the clock running at 35 seconds and counting. Third down and 3. They'll give this to Solis. Tries to bounce it outside, gets the first down, and gets across midfield into Bulldog territory. A gain of 12 on the play to the Bulldog 49.
Timeout, Memorial. That's the second timeout of the half.
The Mustangs down to one timeout now with 17 seconds left before halftime. 14-0 Mustangs. They're still a long way from the end zone or even field goal range at this point. They've had success running the football, but passing-wise, just 2 for 4 for 5 yards so far.
Besides the excitement on the field by the football teams, Mark, something that's always so good is the halftime shows. Both bands are very good, and then you have the prancers and you have the steppers. Something
All right,
to look forward to.
Let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment. McAllen ISD's 2025 Superintendent Scholarship Golf Tournament was a huge success. More than $68,000 was raised for student scholarships. We want to thank everyone who contributed and be on the lookout for this year's event coming this spring. McAllen ISD, we are all in. And we're back here. Football night, McAllen ISD got a big crowd on both sides of the stadium. Each side holds about 6,500. A sea of purple and a sea of blue. As Coy back to throw on first down, hits his man over the middle. First down and more, down inside the 30. Goes to about the 27-yard line. And that's the first catch of the game for Hugo Rodriguez.
Hugo Rodriguez. I saw his parents today. Very proud. Hugo Rodriguez,
Timeout.
Senior.
Memorial.
And his mom.
That's their final timeout of the half.
Doane Elementary.
Well, he plays baseball too, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And we've got another timeout. Mustangs have used their last timeout, so we'll take one more chance to step away here, and we'll be back.
The McAllen Education Foundation proudly supports teachers.
Since 1996, the foundation has funded innovative teacher grants worth more than $550,000.
And benefited close to 60,000 of our students.
These grants allow us to explore our imaginations and open new worlds for our students.
They raise funds by hosting a bowling tournament and helping with the superintendent's golf tournament.
And we appreciate those sponsors who'd made it happen.
You can help too by donating at the McAllen Education Foundation website.
Thank you, McAllen Education Foundation, for all that you do.
All right, 8 seconds left. Mustangs out of timeouts. They're at the 27-yard line. Maybe one chance to put it up for the end zone here.
Better hurry.
It's Coy in trouble and now is sacked. And that'll do it for the half. There's a big sack there for the defense.
I'd like to send a
And
shout out.
we are at halftime.
To a member of the MAC High Color Guard, Julian Castañeda. His parents, Gary and Lena, are very proud of you. Good luck.
All right, so we're going to see the Bulldog dancers, the steppers, and then the marching band, and they'll be followed by the Memorial Mustangs prancers and their marching band. 14-0 our score here at the break. And there you see the Mustangs touchdown by Braxton Spates. Their second touchdown was by Jorge Munoz, and it's Mustangs in this first half, 14-0. We'll see you on the other side. Officers for the steppers are Captain Junior Miranda Gutierrez, First Lieutenant Senior Serenity Moran, Second Lieutenant Sophomore Tessie Macias. Ladies and gentlemen, your stepper of the week is Reagan Mott. Thank you, steppers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the McAllen High School is pleased to present a La Jolla marching competition finalist. It's the 2025 Pride of Mac High. It's that Batlin Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum major Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, and Esteban Garcia. Color guard student of the week is Cash Harris. Band students of the week are Jackson Ocuña, Alan Murillo, and Christian Morales. The section of the week is the Sound Crew. Tonight, the Mac High Band will perform their entire 2025 UIL marching production entitled Atlas. Productions include the following selections: Fireflies, featuring piccolo soloist Olivia Garza. New World Symphony, featuring flute soloist Aaron Salazar. Only Girl in the World, featuring stepper Second Lieutenant Tessie Macias and alto trombone soloist Esteban Garcia. Planet Earth, featuring flute soloist Aaron Salazar. Strength of 1,000 Men, featuring flutes and Second Lieutenant Tessie Macias.
I believe you. I just had no idea.
Drum Major Sienna Abrego, Kayla Mendez, and Esteban Garcia, the field is yours. How about that Battling Bulldog Band? The Battling Bulldogs are under the field direction of Noel De La Cruz. Additional staff are George Sanchez, Sarah Canning, Christopher Cruz, and Victor Casas. Color Guard directors are Freddy Gomez and Maria Hernandez. Color Guard instructor is Alyssa Moreno. Additional structural staff include Ceci Gutierrez and Jason Garcia. The Mackay Band would like to thank Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Renee Gutierrez, Director of Fine Arts, Ms. Deborah Loya, and the fabulous Mackay Principal, Mrs. Stephanie Friedland, as well as our entire McAllen ISD Board of Trustees for the support they provide to music education in McAllen ISD. Thank you for all you do for the Mackay Band. Ladies and gentlemen, always and forever, we are Mackay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our halftime festivities featuring McAllen Memorial's finest student performers, the Prancers, the Color Guard, and the band that rocks the Rio Grande, the McAllen Memorial Mustang Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, witness history. For the first time ever, the McAllen Memorial High School Prancers, Cathy Middle School Charmers, and Brown Middle School Beauties will come together for a spectacular cluster performance during halftime at this football game. This exciting collaboration highlights the incredible talent, unity, and energy of our dance teams, and offers a glimpse into the bright future of the McAllen Memorial High School Prancers. Ladies, the field is yours. Prancer of the Week is Gianna Ramirez. Ladies and gentlemen, the McAllen Memorial Prancers, Cathy Charmers, and Brown Beauties. Put your hands together one more time. Carmela Maldonado and Andre Waller on clarinet, and Wyatt Wilson on the Barry saxophone. Color guard officers are Denise Campos, Scarlett Johnson, Karime Morones, Valentina Santos, and Isaac Valley. Percussion section leaders are Diego Hernandez and Melissa Nava. And now, under the field direction of senior drum majors Rebecca Gonzalez, Jaime Guerrero, and Amanda Soria Cueto, the Mustang Band is proud to present their UIL production of Colors in Sound.
come here by the table or in the locker, check the locker.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the McAllen Memorial Mustang Marching Band! And now, a salute to Mustang Country. Color Guard members of the week are Miranda Sanchez and Ashton Vargas. Marching members of the week are Natalia Padilla, Robert Muñiz, Emmy Montes, Oliver Bozas, Ethan Medrano, and Yaisa Gonzalez. Also marching members of the week are Sofia Miranda, Christian Garza, Felipe Palomo, Ashton Pena, and Pamela Maldonado. Seniors of the week are Adrienne Waller and Erin Vasquez. Section of the week is the French Horns. Huge thank you goes out to our Memorial Band Booster Organization and their outstanding band parents for all their energy and support of the band every day and every year. Memorial Band would also like to thank McAllen ISD Superintendent Dr. Gutierrez, school board members, and Mrs. Deborah Loya, Fine Arts Director, Fine Arts Music Coordinator Omar Samaniego, and district officials for all their support. We also want to thank our Memorial High School Administration, Ramiro Castillo Jr., Principal, teachers, and staff for all their support of the Memorial Band program. Band directors are Angel L. Martinez Jr., Araceli Rodriguez, Deborah Luna, Mark Martins, Angel Aldana. The band is also assisted by Marco Silguera and Lola Campos.
And there's our little Mustangs running out onto the field. Got some big Mustangs out there, too. It's a tradition, started about 10 years ago, that they do it every Mustang home game, Bulldog home game, and Warrior home game. And they have the kids from the elementary feeder schools that eventually will go into the proper high school, and they get to run across the field to start the second half.
There's a lot of kids out there.
Yeah, a lot of kids. That's some big kids out there, too. Got their flags and everything.
The band that performed? I saw some Brown Middle School kids out there performing. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they had the middle schools
Both
out
of
there participating.
Oh, nice.
And Kathy Middle School and Brown Middle School out there participating. We see the Bulldogs coming out. Saw the Mustangs coming out a moment ago. Still anybody's ball game at this point. 14-0 our score. And we'll take a look at the stats here for the first half here in a moment. And there they are, a score. 2-touchdown lead here for the Mustangs. First downs, almost a 2-1 edge for the Mustangs there, too. Rushing yards, Mustangs with close to 200 yards rushing in the first half. Just over 50 for Mackay. Passing yards, a little better for Mackay than for Memorial. The total yards, about a 100-yard advantage there for Memorial. Penalties, 4 on each team. There's 1 turnover. That was off a muffed punt. And then the third downs, Mackay converting on 50%, and the Memorial Mustangs on 60% of their tries.
That's the story of the game right there, the big turnover mark that the Mustangs were able to turn into points, and of course, the fact that the Bulldogs could not punch it in from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, you had a big goal line stand by Memorial. Otherwise, this would be a 14-7 ball game. So Mackay coming close and was held on a 4th and goal from the 1. But they still got a whole half in front of them to try to catch back up in this game. Another interesting stat I found, Mario, was in the yards per carry on the rushing attempt for Mackay, averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Memorial, 8.1.
That's huge, a big difference.
Of course, that was helped by Braxton Spates, a 61-yard jaunt to the end zone. Here's Owsley at the 20 for Mackay. Up to the 25, picks up some blocks, and now hit at the 30, and he's going to be forced back from there. Owsley's been busy on the kickoffs this evening for Mackay. Mackay will have good field position here to start the third quarter. Another stat, I looked at the passing completions, and Memorial averaging 9 yards per completion. Mackay was at 12.4. So Mackay a little more successful going through the air than through the ground.
Here's where the offense just needs to get themselves, I think if they can score points, they'll start getting the confidence back on their side.
And here's a handoff to Morley to start this second half, and he crosses the 30 up to the 32-yard line. And a gain of 3.
And on the tackle, number 45, Jonathan Garcia, 230-pound linebacker.
You can see a message there on the lower back pad for Morley. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 here. Man goes in motion. That's Morley. And Woltoff back to throw. Is going to go deep. He's got a man down there, and it's picked off by Memorial. And Memorial has their 2nd turnover of the evening. And this is intercepted by the safety, Adebawale.
I don't know if you remember, Mark, that in the summer I saw him at some volleyball games. He said he was going to make plays because he wanted to hear his name mentioned up here by us. So Adebawale, he just basically did a good job. He's the one that wanted it more. He went for it. Second turnover of the night.
And that's at the Mustang 33-yard line. So the Mustangs will take over. There have now been 2 turnovers in the game, both on Mackay. They'll start at their own 33. They put Alanis in motion. Give it to Spates. Big hole up the middle. First down and more. And all the way up to midfield. And a run of 17 yards for Spates.
And just like that, Mark, I mean, he loves to run. He gets his yards. And when he knows they're going to bring him down, he likes to initiate the punishment. Look how he finishes, Mark, after he puts on that good cut right there. Look at them. Just running over safeties.
Yeah, Owsley, the rover, came in and made the tackle. Or actually, Pettis, I believe that was, the linebacker. And it's 17 yards. That puts the Mustangs over 200 yards rushing. They're at 204. So they give this one on a sweep to the right side, and that's Solis. Carries it up to the 44, a pickup of 6.
And we know Braxton has way over 100 yards in this game so far. He's got a quarter and 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, there we got the Mackay cheerleaders. They're excited under Coach Cassandra Clemens.
That was her.
Oh, they're really excited. It's like they won the lottery. A lot of spirit for Mackay. Second down and 4 here. They give it to Spates, and Spates finds his way up to the 35 and a gain of 9, and that'll move the sticks once more.
Spates doesn't care who's in front of him. He almost ran over the official, the umpire. Check it out at the end, Mark, after the fine run. Using his speed, his legs, his power. He almost ran over the official.
There's some good blocking there by Mustangs. Tadeo Zamora, senior right guard. Coach Shelby urging on his defenders. And there's a new set of downs here for the Mustangs. Going to toss this. Solis cuts inside, breaks a tackle, crosses the 30 to about the 29, and that's a gain of 6. Mustangs with 15 first downs now in this game.
That offensive line continues to pound. And let's not forget, I mean, they had that break at halftime, so their legs are probably pretty fresh.
But a good block on that last play by Damian Lopez Castillo. Also, Ezekiel Osuna. So here they're on 2nd and 5, and Solis hit right at the line of scrimmage. And the Bulldogs all over that one. They'll force 3rd down here. So Frisbee in there on that tackle, as well as Palacios.
Frisbee got there in a hurry, and that's what you got to do to stop the running attack.
Actually lose 2 yards there. I think Schwartz was also in there on the tackle. And this will bring up 3rd down. Mustangs 3 for 5 on 3rd downs. Clock under 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd. There's a toss. This is Solis. Solis again hit at the line of scrimmage. Fights his way for maybe a yard, but he'll be well short of the line to gain.
And when you're on 3rd and 6 and you're running the ball, you know it's 2-down territory. You try to see if you can get yourself 3 or 4 yards. But the Bulldog defense, they've actually played pretty good tonight. That's 2 games in a row that they've done a very good job on the defensive side.
You see Schwartz again.
Coordinator Frank Frantz is happy about his defensive performance.
Schwartz, a leading tackler on this Bulldog defense. And here on 4th and 5, they're going to go for that. Coy wants to throw. It's being chased by Briones, and now Frisbee coming after him. And Coy able to turn the corner and pick up the 1st down.
What a hustle play right there, Mark.
You wouldn't have given a dime for his chances at the beginning of that play, but somehow able to turn the corner and use his speed to pick up the 1st all the way to the 23-yard line.
This is experience, Mark. First of all, he didn't even have a chance to throw the pass. He rolled out, and he knew if he hustled right there, he got the last 2-3 yards right there. And it keeps possession. That's what playmakers do, Mark, and we talked about that in our keys to the game.
This drive now almost 5 minutes old. Started after an interception by Adebawale back at the 33, and here's Spates up the middle. Or correction, not Spates. Get it to the 19-yard line. There's a short run there. That looks like Munoz.
Oliver Schwartz came in and got the tackle from the defensive side.
Yeah, Schwartz probably close to double
figures in tackles by now. He's been busy tonight. 4-yard pickup. And it's 2nd down and 6.
Schwartz had a lot of tackles coming into this game. He had 63, Mark.
And that translates to over 120 over a 10-game regular season. And it looks like the Mustangs won a timeout.
See?
Timeout. Memorial.
Mark.
That's the first timeout of the half.
Kane Coy is, Mark. He saw something he didn't like and he called a timeout.
All right, so Mustangs will talk things over and we'll step out. 5:28 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs on the march and leading 14-0. We'll be right back.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And we're back. There we see the Bulldog cheerleaders. That's over on the visitors' sideline. We're able to hook up a camera over there. Bulldogs keeping the spirits up. They had quite a boisterous pep rally today. Both schools did. Our marketing team was able to visit First Memorial in the morning and then Mac High a little closer to noon. And a lot of spirit from both schools. Here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Spates. And Spates up the middle. Gets close to the first down. It's going to be about a yard shy to bring up 3rd. So they're up to the 14-yard line.
You're right, Mark. I went to lunch today, and there's a lot of spirit all over town, too. And I went early to the pregame parents' meals that they have outside the stadium. And there were, of course, a lot of Mustangs, but there were also a lot of Bulldogs there, a lot of friendship between the parents.
Good.
I was looking for you, Mark, but I couldn't find you, so I ate for you.
Oh, thank you. Schwartz in on that last tackle. 3rd down and 1 here at the 14. Handoff straight ahead at the 5 and down to the 3. That's Munoz. Munoz would have scored. Whoever tackled him saved a touchdown as Munoz just shot through there like a bullet.
I like the way he carries the ball. Look at him, Mark. He's really holding on to the ball with 2 hands. He definitely didn't want to fumble. That was a collision there.
Elijah Schwartz and also Pablo De La Rosa in on the stop is actually 2 Bulldogs. And a 1st and goal now at the 3 after an 11-yard pickup on 3rd and 1.
At the pregame meal there, Mark, I bumped into Kane Coy's dad, and he remembers that game we had in baseball, remember? We're out in Corpus area about 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, yes, a doubleheader with extra innings in both as we see Coy on 1st down. Surges forward for a gain of maybe 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know if he struggled to get that handoff. It looked kind of funny, but he did not fumble.
There we see the Mustang cheerleaders. They're on the home side tonight. And Coach Pete Ramirez won 2 state championships in their history at the UIL level.
They have a great reputation.
And we've got a 2nd and goal now at the 1-yard line.
You think we'll have a quarterback keeper or it's Spates time?
And they've got an unbalanced line to the left. I would look for Spates here. Unbalanced line to the left. Coy taking his time, going to hand off. This is Munoz. Munoz hit at the line of scrimmage, trying to push his way forward. No signal yet from the officials, and I think it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Still inside the 1.
Well done by the defense for the Bulldogs, not giving up that yard.
This drive now 8 minutes old. There's another look at it, and you can see Munoz trying there. The Bulldogs holding back on them. I think Briones stuffed him, and here they go on 3rd down and goal. Straight ahead, and a touchdown. It's Spates carries it through for his second score of the night, and the Mustangs go up 20-0.
I said it was Bates' time in the previous play, but I think Coach Ivo Gonzalez, he listened to me, and this time he gave out the handoffs. Yeah, right.
There's the fight song. Cheerleaders getting into it. That was a masterful drive, 67 yards. Here's the extra point try. And this is up and good. And Ruelas now 3 for 3. And the Mustangs up 21-0 with 2:32 to play here in the third quarter. Here's another look at the touchdown. Hey, correct myself. That was actually Coy who went straight in.
It was a quarterback keeper.
I saw Spates with the ball there, but I guess Coy handed it to him when he stood up. So Kane Coy, we'll be right back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow,
creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
working together.
Together,
we do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
We're back here on GQ Fan Field, and Kane Coy capitalizing on a 13-play, 67-yard drive that took 8:33 off the clock. Classic Mustang football. There's the kickoff's going to go out of bounds. And looking for
kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball we place at the 30-yard line. First down.
5th touchdown of the season for Coy.
You know, and I predicted that 2 plays previous, I said it was either quarterback keeper time or handoff to Spates. And on the next play, that didn't happen. But then on the following play, you did the safe play, which is a quarterback keeper.
So here they go at the 30-yard line after the penalty. And this is run straight ahead by Mackay. That's Morley.
And many times games are won, Mark, and coaches will tell you on who controls the line of scrimmage. And give credit to the fine defensive unit. Tonight they're having a very good night. The defensive line and linebackers for the Mustangs.
So 2nd down and 7 here for the Bulldogs. Worley stays in the block. Woltoff looking to go deep. Left side and incomplete, intended for Henderson. Good coverage on the play by the Mustang defense.
Looked like Henderson was open, but good recovery there.
Yeah, Noah Ocañas, the quarterback on the play here.
Henderson usually comes up with those receptions, and you can see that he was disappointed in himself there at the end of the play. Not over. Be careful with Henderson. He usually comes up with a big play.
And the Bulldogs at 3rd down and 7. 3-man rush. Woltoff's going to run for it. Trying to get to that yellow line there and bounced out of bounds very close to the first down by Ocañas.
I think he's going to get it.
Yeah, you're right. Got to the 40, 7-yard pickup, and that'll move the sticks.
That's a very important play by Woltoff to try to keep this drive going, especially the way the offensive line took care of business in the last possession for the Mustangs. You don't want to give them the ball back.
And determined running there by Woltoff. Keller was also chasing on the play.
And he also wanted a penalty because I think they pushed him from behind.
Morley goes in motion, 4 receivers to the left. They do an inside screen. Able to pick up, actually just get back to the line of scrimmage, I think there as Finn Henderson makes the catch. So they put 4 receivers to one side and ran it or passed it back to the opposite side. The Mustangs were ready.
And that's disciplined defense. Everyone has a responsibility. Right there, you see all those Mustangs not fooled.
Like helping in there on the tackle. We'll get to that in a moment as Morley runs with it. Cross the 40, picks up a downfield block from Jones and crosses into Mustang territory all the way down to the 41-yard line. A run of 19 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Bulldogs needed that. They need to get themselves going. After a minute here in the third quarter, Morley did the right decision. The play was scheduled up the middle.
And here's back to live action. A pass over to Cinco Jones near the first down marker. Got out of bounds, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's all the Bulldogs need, that offense. They need a little bit of rhythm. Nice pass by Woltoff.
Yeah.
Good route.
You can
by
see the
Cinco
spiral
Jones.
there. And they're hurry-up offense now. They're at the 33-yard line, pickup of 8. And here's Morley. Morley picks up a block, has the first down, still going, being chased by Keller. And Keller may have saved a touchdown there. But Morley all the way down inside the 10, and it'll be first and goal.
And now they're getting themselves going, and this is the Bulldog offense we're used to. Nice fake, kind of like a little draw. Look at the hustle by Keller. That's why you're going to see Keller as an all-valley middle linebacker, maybe all region.
Yeah, he was touted Dave Campbell's Texas football. Throw to the end zone, and this is incomplete, intended for Jones. Coverage on the play by Josh Castellanos. And it'll be second and goal from the 8.
And the Bulldogs want to get themselves back into this game. They got to come up with a touchdown here.
So second and goal from the 8. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Man in motion, Garcia. They give it to Morley. Picks up a block from Garcia. And fights his way forward to about the 6. And it'll be third and goal.
Once again, Keller having a monster of a game tonight.
And we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. Mustangs have picked up a touchdown in each quarter and lead 21-0 as we head to the fourth. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
McAllen ISD has 2 major awards to start the new year. We have the state A rating for our academic achievement and the state's highest mark for financial accountability. It's student success while managing the public dollar with expertise. McAllen ISD, we are all in.
And we're back here. The teams will move to the opposite end of the field. And Mackay will have a crack at it on 3rd and 6. Probably 2 down territory here, down by 3 scores as we hit the fourth quarter. The Mustangs, their scoreline goes 7-7-7 in the first, second, and third quarters. And Bulldogs still looking for their first score. They did get all the way inside the 1 back in the first half, and the Mustangs came up with a goal line stand. Mustangs trying to do that again here.
Definitely 2 down territory, Mark.
So 3rd and goal from the 6. Woltoff looking left, throws toward the corner of the end zone, and incomplete. Cinco Jones almost came down with it. Or actually, it's Finn Henderson. Couldn't quite come in with it, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Very, very good defense there by Josh Castellanos, the senior defensive back. Not easy to guard Henderson. Almost a great
Henderson
catch by
very
Henderson.
very nearly pulled that in. Coverage on the play by Castellanos. And so 4th and goal. Bulldogs are 0 for 1 on 4th down. 3 receivers to the left here on 4th down. Woltoff darting up the middle. and gets into the end zone. Touchdown.
Determination.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. Bulldog cheerleaders loving that.
Determination. And the Bulldogs are setting up quickly. Kind of confused. See this setup, Mark? What do you call this setup?
Well, they've got a swinging gate formation.
I knew you knew the answer.
Timeout, Memorial.
And
that's the second timeout of the half.
I think we got a timeout on the field now.
It worked, right? Because they got a timeout out of it.
I think they forced Memorial to call timeout. And teams will do that if to see how the defense adjusts to it. If they don't adjust a certain way, then they'll run a two-point conversion attempt. But if the defense does adjust to it, then both lines will move back inside and set up for a conventional kick. Another look at the touchdown.
Look at the determination, Mark.
You see the middle was open there. Keller making a stop there at the goal line, but Woltoff's momentum carried him into the end zone and put the Bulldogs on the board. 21-6 now. Yeah, it looks like after the timeout by Memorial, it'll be a conventional kick here for the Bulldogs. Cash Cassidy is the kicker. Henderson is the holder. And it's a line drive. It's good. And Cassidy has the first extra point of the game. The score 21-7. 11:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and take a break. The score, Mustangs 21, Bulldogs 7. We'll be back. This is Football Night at McAllen ISD.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field. We have our fan cam and coming up in a moment. And that scoring drive by the Bulldogs, 70 yards, 10 plays, took 2:43 off the clock. That's exactly what they need right there.
Yes,
Just
sir.
motor down the field. They had a hurry-up offense. And maybe that's the rhythm they need.
I mean, they can do it.
To
They've
get
done
the
it
momentum.
before. And the Mustangs are setting up for, they're thinking there might be an outside kick. Their hands team, they have, how many are up there? 9. Within 5 yards of the 50.
Yeah, 10 players
10,
for Memorial
actually
anticipating the onside kick. Yeah, I've got the Simba cam out here. The impromptu Simba cam. Little children being held up.
5 yards, re-kick.
And we have delay of game. This is rare on a kickoff, but a delay of game against McAllen. That's actually our first penalty of the second half. We had 8 penalties in the first half combined. And there we see the Mustangs' Vicente Valdez standing about his 15-yard line, waiting for the kick from Cassidy. Cassidy will pop it up to that no man's land, and Vicente has the ball. No return there. So he's tackled by Owsley and also Alex Corpus. And the Mustangs will have control. Now here's where the Bulldog defense needs to get a stop, so they can get the ball back to their offense and a chance to score, and then they'll need one more score to possibly tie up this game.
And the next 5 minutes of this game is going to determine whether the Mustangs will continue to control the tempo for victory, or the Bulldogs are going to get a stop and make it a game.
You have to wonder about the fatigue factor setting into the defense of McAllen. Been out there a long time tonight, as the Mustangs have had several lengthy drives. They had 5 minutes and 6 minutes back in the first half, and an 8.5-minute epic drive on their last possession. And here's Spates on first down, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage and surges forward for a gain of 5 up to the 34-yard line.
And you know Oliver Schwartz is a great defender, a good tackler. He couldn't bring down. He had an opportunity right there, but Spates will not go down, and he gained an additional 3. We have a timeout on the field.
Had help from his brother Elijah came in there to help Oliver. We've got a timeout on the field. Officials timeout with 11:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. And we'll check in to see what about our next games coming up for these teams. Now for Memorial, they'll be playing next Thursday on the road at La Jolla Stadium at Memorial at La Jolla Juarez Lincoln. And then on Friday, week from tonight, it'll be McAllen right here at DQ Fan Field taking on La Jolla Palmview. And Palmview's been playing teams tough lately. They had a 2-point win over Rio Grande City, a 7-point loss to Nicky Rowe. And Palmview Lobos will be here to take on the Bulldogs next week. We'll have that webcast for you. So second down here for the Mustangs after the 4-yard run by Spates. Mustangs rushing up to 259 yards now, just 27 yards through the air. And they'll want to keep the ball on the ground as much as they can to run time off that clock.
Spates probably has around, 150 at least.
There you see the Bulldog defense. So pro set backfield, 2 receivers to the left, tight end right. They hand this off to the tailback. It looks like Munoz, who's able to pick up the first down up to the 41-yard line, a gain of 7.
Munoz getting an opportunity to carry the ball. You know, a lot of the defenders are probably keying in on Spates. I love the way he runs with the ball, Mark. He uses 2 hands.
A good seal block by Sean Reyes, the left tackle on that last play.
And here's where the Mustangs are definitely not in a hurry. And I think King Hoy will snap the ball mostly with a few seconds left on the play clock.
Man in motion is Alanis. He'll be alone to the right side. They're going to toss this right. This is Spates. And Spates crossed the line of scrimmage, crosses the 45 to about the 46, a gain of 5. The clock will continue to run. Second down and 5 now for the Mustangs.
And when most of the running backs will only get like 2 or 3 yards on that play, not Spates. Spates will get you the extra yards because look at him. He'll usually, well, he got helped, but he usually lands forward. And that's the mark of a good running back.
He's cognizant of where he is body-wise at all times. Clock's going to move to under 10 minutes now. Here's second down and 5 near midfield. Bulldogs really crowding that line of scrimmage as Spates drives for about 3 yards. And it's going to bring up third down and short.
And you know, Mark, when everybody knows they're going to have a handoff and you can still get positive yards, that tells you how tough that offensive line is. And something else I've noticed on many occasions, Mark, I mean, they're fighting against each other the way they do in football, but the players respect each other and they pick up each other.
It's actually Munoz on that last carry, but here's 3rd and 3. 2 men in the backfield, Munoz and Spates. And it's going to be a toss to Munoz. Has room, has a hole there, crosses midfield, first down, and is into Bulldog territory at the 46, a gain of 5.
And now Munoz is getting some of the carries. Good move as he goes to the sideline to take a break. Look at the move right here, Mark. He decided to cut upfield, and then look how he always puts 2 hands on the ball.
Oliver Schwartz on another tackle.
Schwartz for the back high Bulldogs linebacker. And and Keller, they're putting on a show tonight for how to play linebacker or how to play on the defensive side.
Mustangs with 19 first downs now. We're at 8.5 to play. And they'll give it to Spates. Ball comes loose, and the Bulldogs have it. Bulldogs end up with the football. It was Marco Palacios came up with the football, and it's the first turnover of the night against the Mustangs.
A rare mistake by the Mustang offense. That's exactly what the Bulldogs needed. Right there, they kind of collided with each other.
Yeah, they'll be at the Bulldog 49. They'll be in business there with 8:29 to go.
Plenty of time, Mark. And the way the Bulldog offense operated in the last possession, they definitely have the momentum, and that play just didn't start right.
Yeah, the quarterback and running back collided and caused the ball to pop loose. Talk about the game of inches. 3 down linemen for Memorial. And Waltoff wants to throw, wants to go deep, has a man, double coverage. And no flags, incomplete pass. It was intended for Henderson. 2 defenders back there. Adebawale was one of them, and Ocañas the other.
I don't blame the Bulldogs for trying to get something quick. But give credit to the Mustang defense. They were waiting for it. Imagine if they scored a touchdown on that one, Mark. We would have had a 21, maybe 14 game.
Yeah, they're trying for that quick strike, being down 2 scores. Still have time. They're at midfield, 2nd and 10. They're going to give Morley the ball. Gets by Izagirre, surges forward, and all the way to about the Mustang 45 before he's brought down by Roberts-Jones.
A good gain of 6. So we know that the Mustangs took advantage of when they got a turnover, they turned it into 7 points. And that's what the Bulldogs need to do now. Do the same thing, take advantage.
The Bulldogs 3 for 6 on 3rd down, facing a 3rd and 4 here. The Mustang 45, and Waltoff wants to throw. Now he's going to tuck and run it, see some space there, 1st down and more. The 35 and out of bounds near the 30. That'll stop the clock with about 7:42 to play. And they'll move the chains.
Now Waltoff is making good decisions. I mean, he's going out there and he's spotting the field, a big opening to the left side, and took what they gave him and got a 1st down at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Bulldogs now 4 for 7 on 3rd down. They'll come out with a trips to the right, 2 men to the left, empty backfield for Waltoff. With time, now flushed out, across the 30, and has another 1st down. Waltoff with terrific running instincts. Gets the ball to the 21, a pickup of 11.
Another good play by Waltoff. That almost became like a quarterback draw.
Stops the clock, 7:36 to go. Mackay has all 3 of their timeouts. And here he's going to fake the handoff, going to pass this off. This is caught by the tight end, Maldonado, and nobody there. Maldonado goes in for the touchdown. Touchdown Bulldogs, and they are now just 1 score away from tying up this game.
And that's what good teams do, Mark. They got the turnover, and they turn them into points. And a typical Memorial Mackay football game, it's going to go down to the wire.
5 plays, 51-yard drive. 7:29 to go. Henderson will hold. Extra point by Cáceres is up and good. And he's now 2 for 2, and the score is Mustangs 21 and Mackay 14.
Well-designed play, Mark.
Another look at it. And nobody near Maldonado.
They just lost him.
Goes in for the touchdown, and it's a 1-score ball game with 7.5 to go. We'll be back.
The McAllen Education Foundation proudly supports teachers.
Since 1996, the foundation has funded innovative teacher grants worth more than $550,000
and benefited close to 60,000 of our students.
These grants allow us to explore our imaginations and open new worlds for our students.
They raise funds by hosting a bowling tournament and helping with the superintendent's golf tournament.
And we appreciate those sponsors who'd made it happen.
You can help too by donating at the McAllen Education Foundation website.
Thank you, McAllen Education Foundation, for all that you do.
And we're back here, and Mario, you and I were talking during the break. Will Mackay go onside kick here? And both of us kind of felt that would be a kick deep.
That's right. And you know, because the hands team are up front, Mark, there's some gaps out there that if the kicker puts the ball there, they can go get it.
Here's Cáceres going to pop this up, and it's going to be caught at the 25-yard line. Run across the 30 to about the 32. A short return for Vicente Valdez. And the Mustangs will start from there. So here's where the Bulldog defense, they can get a stop like they did on the previous possession. They can give their team a chance to possibly tie it up. Coach Shelby has been urging his troops on throughout the game. He's never let them give up or anything. They were down 3 scores at one point. Now they've got 14 unanswered up there and down just 1 touchdown.
And this is football, Mark. You can play so-so most of the game, but hey, it all counts at the end.
So 4 down linemen. Now Owsley, the rover, might blitz here. And he does. They're going to toss this left to Spates. Follows his block from the quarterback and gets up to the 35-yard line. Gain of 3.
And here's where the Bulldog defense, they've had some pretty good stops. But here's where are the Mustangs willing to put the ball up in the air? Because now you know that the Mustang defense, they're expecting to run, so they're putting 6 or 7 defenders right there, real close to the line of scrimmage, daring the Mustangs to put it up in the air.
Yeah, Pablo De La Rosa in there on that tackle. And 2nd down and 6. And there's going to be a toss to, this is Solis. And Solis across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. Or, no, they're going to say first down. He got to the 42.
And as soon as Solis got the ball, boy, he accelerated quickly. Right there, quick burst. He almost ran over Kane Coy. But that's what Solis hadn't been in there in a couple of possessions, so he's rested. He's ready. He's got fresh legs.
Yeah, got to the 42, a 7-yard pickup. So a new set of downs here for the Mustangs. And we're now halfway through the 4th quarter. Bulldogs really crowding about 8 men near that line of scrimmage. As Spates runs with it, he'll get up to about the 45, the gain of 3. Mustangs closing in on 300 yards rushing. They're at 292.
The fact that on every play the Mustangs are gaining 3 or 4 yards, that's telling you that they're still controlling the line of scrimmage.
And Schwartz in there on that tackle, along with Briones and some other teammates, including Simon Pardo. So 2nd down and 7. Clock running, under 5.5 to go. And here's Spates. Spates cuts inside, dances his way forward, has the first down, still fighting to the 40, and now the 35 in Bulldog territory.
And Mark, we were way up here in the press box, and you can hear the fans show their appreciation for Spates and his running ability. They got excited. He got them off their ground, off their seats. Check it out.
20-yard run here. And you can see Owsley there had wrapped him up, trying to knock the ball loose.
And that's a mark of a good running back. You can tell, Mark, that he shifted the ball to his left side, and he held on to it very tight.
This drive now almost 3 minutes old. We're under 5 minutes to go. New set of downs for the Mustangs. They give it to Spates, and Spates hit just as he gets the ball, but still powers his way forward for a gain of 3. Mustangs now at 315 yards rushing. We've got an official's timeout. Stops the clock at 4:42 left in the fourth quarter.
Because we saw one of the trainers, Mr. Flugo, coming out. I was very impressed at the beginning of the game, Mark. What do you think? They have a team safety meeting between the teams, and I didn't know that happened. It was pretty awesome to see how everybody takes a lot of safety precautions before the game so they can be ready for injuries.
And here's the Mustangs' remaining schedule. As we mentioned, next week, Thursday, they go to La Jolla, play on Juarez Lincoln. Then they've got Edinburgh Vela. That'll be a tough game. That'll be back here on October 23rd. That's also a Thursday night. And then on Halloween, they'll take on the Nicky Rowe Warriors right here at the stadium. And then on November 7th, their last regular season game will be in La Jolla to take on the Palmview Lobos. So those two middle ones there, Edinburgh Vela and Nicky Rowe, will be two tough matches for Memorial. As we look at the Bulldogs' remaining schedule, and they're mostly here in this stadium the rest of the way. They've got La Jolla Palmview here in McAllen on Friday the 17th, and they're at Rio Grande City. Then they'll be back here on Thursday the 30th to take on the Mission Eagles. And then on Friday, November 7th, they'll be the visiting team against the Rowe Warriors right here at this stadium. So teams look like they're about ready to renew play. Mustangs have a 2nd and 7. Trying to clinch this game. Go ahead.
I think for sure the coaches talked to both teams about the penalties because it hasn't been that bad in the second half as far as penalties are concerned.
Yeah, in the second half, we've had only one penalty. It was against Mackay, none on Memorial. And clock running again. 2nd down and 7. Coy taking his time. Is going to give this to Solis. Lead block for him. And then Solis with the first down and still going and fighting his way to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 13 yards. New set of downs.
Got to give credit to the coaching staff, Mark, how they rotate the running backs. And Solis looks very fresh.
There's another look at it there. Solis had Sean Reyes in front of him.
And look how he's taking care of the ball, Mark, to avoid a fumble.
Aiden Ayala with the tackle. They're under 4 minutes to go now. And a new set of downs for the Mustangs. This drive now almost 4 minutes old. So they give it to Spates. And Spates hit just as he picked up about a yard and fights his way for maybe another one. And that'll be a 2-yard pickup. And it'll be 2nd down.
The Bulldogs do have 3 timeouts in that 2-minute timeout. So they'll probably start using those timeouts pretty soon.
Another look at it here. Spates just continuing to fight there. Took a host of Bulldogs to bring him down. They're going to call this 2nd and 9 from the 18-yard line. Tight end on the right. They're going to toss it right. This is Solis. Cuts inside, still going, and fights his way up to about the 10.
How do you do that, Mark?
Wow. Just second effort there by the Mustang runners. And I believe this will be first and goal.
Mackay.
It looked like he wasn't even going to gain any yards. Like the play was going to be, going to take him down right there. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he kept going. That's what fresh legs do for you.
A timeout called by the Bulldogs. Stops the clock with 2:57 to go. So they want to use some of their timeouts on the upside of the 2-minute timeout. They'll still have that 2-minute timeout in their pockets, as you mentioned. 3rd down and 1 now. Actually, it was not a first down.
Look at all that color, Mark.
Yeah, a lot of pink for this October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, they need the 9-yard line for a first down. They got to the 10.
3rd and 1.
Mustangs tonight 6 for 9 on 3rd down.
Pretty much on 3rd and 1, they got two good options. You got the quarterback keeper that they already had success on, and they also have your power running back, which is Spates.
Yeah, Spates, Munoz, and Coy have all scored in this game. And here they go, 3rd down and 1, and they move early.
Uh-oh.
Flag is down. And
Not
it's
the
going to be
right
the
time.
first penalty of the second
All
half
start.
on Memorial.
78, offense, 5 yards, replay, 3rd down.
Now makes it 3rd and 6. I don't think they'll put it up in the air, Mark. I think they're going to go with a safe, some kind of another either pitch out to the left or right.
Yeah,
You saw the obvious.
Reyes just moving a whole tick early.
Get on your feet and make some noise. Go, 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 go.
So here they go on 3rd and 6. 7-man front as
Fumble.
they run this straight ahead.
Almost looked like a fumble.
Yeah, ball may have even come out. So the Bulldogs saying they have it. The officials say no. They're saying it's 4th down. Yeah, it was recovered by an offensive lineman, Zamora.
Wow, it was a
So the
fumble.
ball did come out.
Well, I'm sure the Mustangs will probably go for a field goal.
Yeah, that would put them up by 2 scores. I believe it was
That was dangerous.
the quarterback
Timeout.
keeping it.
Mac High, please put 2:44 on the clock. 2:44.
Mackay uses their second timeout. So 4th and 5 for the Mustangs. And yeah, I'm with you, Mario. I think they'll try the field goal here, and that would put them up by 2 scores with just over 2.5 to play. Mustangs with 23 first downs tonight.
Is that Ruelas, the kicker?
Yeah, it's 84. It's Robert Ruelas. And this will be a 31-yard field goal attempt.
He's got a good leg.
Yeah, plenty of distance. And it is no
No
good.
good.
No good. So it's off to the right side. And the Bulldogs have an enormous cheer as their defense bends but doesn't break. And their offense will regain the ball with 2:40 to go on the clock and 1 timeout.
We're going to go overtime or what, Mark?
Could happen. And here's another look at it. See, the kick had plenty of distance. Went wide to the right.
Well, here's the
Or
thing,
left,
Mark.
actually. Yeah, kick crossed all the way to the left.
Coach Shelby's down 21-0. This is all he wanted, an opportunity to see if he can tie the game.
So a 31-yard field goal, no good with 2:40 to play. And a ball comes out to the 20 for Mackay. They're going to give the ball to Morley. Morley across the 20 and up to about the 27-yard line before Keller chases him down.
Man, the 225s, they met a lot today, Mark. Morley for the Bulldogs running the ball, and Keller with the tackles for the Mustangs.
They pick up 7, 2nd and 3. Woltoff checks down to his receiver there, Garcia. And Garcia picks up a first down after bobbling the ball initially. And picks up 11.
And the Mustangs are having trouble covering that pass right there. The receiver is actually coming from the left side and going all the way to the right side, and he's open.
Mustangs had the ball for nearly 5 minutes, but unable to get points. And here's another completion near midfield. That's Finn Henderson. And the ball comes out. Memorial has it. A big defensive play. Somebody hit right on their helmet, right on the ball, and it popped straight up in the air, and Memorial came down with it.
It was a hard hit. The officials are getting control quickly.
There's a flag down.
Good job by the coaching staff, Mark, of coming out and calming everybody down.
See, they advanced the ball to the Memorial 49. It was a 13-yard pickup, but then the ball came loose.
Fortunately for the fumble, because the Bulldogs were moving the ball.
Another look at it there. You see Henderson clearly with the ball. Oh, no, it was stripped away. Actually, I thought it was a big hit, but it was Castellanos.
Castellanos with a big play.
Mm-hmm.
The recovery, obviously, right there, Mark. Who's down there?
Stripped the ball and trying to see what number recovered it. Clock stopped at 2:01.
McAllen Memorial recovered the ball. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike act, number 44, Memorial. 15-yard penalty, Memorial ball, first down.
And of course, the fans for the Bulldogs, the Mustangs, are not going to like that 15-yard penalty. But nevertheless, the Mustangs did recover. No Castellanos. Here's a replay, Mark. Castellanos is the one that cost the fumble. He stripped it right there.
Through there. It also was an elbow by Adebawale. Got in there too.
7.
And then looks like 17, Stevie Gonzalez was able to recover it before the ball even touched the ground. And the Mustangs backed up to their 33 and trying to run out the clock here as they hand this off and run it up to that's Munoz there, up to the 40, gain of 7.
I can see why Munoz.
2-minute timeout.
They're giving him, they're trusting him with the ball, Mark, because he looks like a good running back that loves to protect the ball the way he runs with 2 hands.
So minute 56, clock is stopped for the 2-minute timeout. Bulldogs have 1 timeout remaining. 2nd down and 3 for the Mustangs. And we'll take a break. 21-14 is our score. Don't go away. We'll be back.
McAllen ISD is a state A-rated district for the 2025-26 school year. Not only that, but each high school also earned an A. 17 schools in all across McAllen ISD. McAllen ISD, we are all in.
And we're back. Here's another look at the turnover from a moment ago. It was a completed pass up near midfield. And watch number 7 come in there and sweep it. And also, the same time, the safety Adebawale came in there with the shoulder and popped the ball up in the air. And Stevie Gonzalez went up and got it.
Another good play by Adebawale.
And here's a run. Big hole here for Spates. Look at this. Picks up a downfield block, and he is gone. Spates is going to take it to the house for his 2nd touchdown of the night. And that might just about do it as Spates puts his team up 27-14. 60-yard jaunt there for Spates.
That should put him in the 200-yard category. But he picked up, of course, the offensive line did a great job of blocking on the left side. And then there was someone, when we look at the replay upfield, he took care of another defender, and it was pretty easy.
See, Spates very winded there. 2 60-yard touchdowns in this game for Spates. And here's Ruelas to attempt the extra point. And this is good. He's 4 for 4 on his extra point tries, and the score now 28-14 in favor of Memorial. The minute 47 to go in the game. And for Spates with 2 TDs tonight, that gives him 6 touchdowns on the year. And here's another look at it.
Look at the blocking on the left side, Mark. It opens it up for him. And then
that's Reyes and Ozuna on that left side. You can see untouched there. Picked up a downfield block as well.
Looked like Alanis. What was that right there, Mark? The line and all that.
And congratulated by Alanis. And it's going to be a tall order now for the Bulldogs, who are down 28-14.
And we talked about that in the keys to the game, Mark, as you remember, that you allow your players to make the big plays. And tonight, Spates have made some big plays.
Coach Moses Patterson still looking on. Minute 47 to go. Mackay with only one timeout left. They catch the ball at the 7. This is Henderson at the 30. Now at the 40, and look at him go. And look at this. Henderson with that sprinter speed. It's going to take it the distance. 94 yards for the touchdown, and it's not over yet.
I don't know why they would kick it to Finn Henderson. No way. And you know, Mark, that's what makes him such a special player. He just fumbled, and he probably didn't feel good about it, but did he redeem himself?
So here's the extra point try. Henderson, the holder, kicked by Cáceres, is good. And it's now 28-21, the minute 34 to go.
And it's going to come down to the onside kick.
Yeah, now we may indeed see that onside kick by Mackay. With only one timeout in their pocket. We're going to take another look at this. And it was Henderson from about the 6-yard line where he caught it. Crossed all the way from the right to the left side of the field. And took it the distance for a touchdown.
And that's sports, Mark.
For Henderson, that's his 10th touchdown of the year. 9 of them receiving, 1 on the kickoff return now.
You know you're going to see Henderson receive all kinds of awards.
So the Mustangs will have 10 men up in the, what they call the kick zone. Anticipating onside kick, they do have one man back at the 20. Vicente Valdez. There's Valdez.
Give credit to the Bulldogs, man. They're fighting here till the end, and let's see what happens.
Another classic between Mackay and Memorial. Seems to happen almost every year. Here comes onside kick. There it goes. High bounce, and the Mustangs have it. That was Spates who was in there and wrapped his 2 hands and his midsection around that ball just as the Bulldogs came in there. And the Mustangs will have it.
And you know, we don't have that where we have the player of the game, but everybody knows who the player of the game is for the Mustangs on the offensive side.
Another look at the onside kick. And Mustangs, of course, had their hands team in there. And not over yet, but things looking a bit bleak here for Mackay. 1st and 10 at the Mustang 49. Coy's going to give this. Spates has room up the middle. 1st down and more. And that should about do it. Mackay can stop it with their last timeout.
This also shows you that Spates is not only a power runner, he's got speed. I mean, once he gets in front, he's gone. It also shows you that he's got a lot of endurance, Mark. He's still running pretty hard. But it also goes back to the fact that the Bulldogs used a couple of other running backs, and Jaden Solis.
Coy will take a knee. Now the Bulldogs come crashing through there. That can cause some, leads to some pushing and shoving.
Going to take charge here, Mark.
And you can see the coaches running out onto the field to break things up. No flags out there, but I'm sure warnings on both sides. Clock stopped at 46 seconds.
And the next play is the one that it wasn't necessary. I mean, you know, they're taking a knee down, but the Bulldogs are just trying to create a fumble.
And you see the assistant coaches from both teams coming out there.
And I also like how Coach Shelby,
timeout.
as he was
Mac
coming
High.
in, he was telling
That's the
all
final
the other
timeout
players,
of the half.
you cannot come on the field.
Yeah, that's where things could really unravel if you have players from the sideline come out there. And so that's kind of one of the first orders of business. Make sure your players on the sideline stay where they are. And you can just deal with what's going on with the players on the field.
Both sides did a good job of keeping their players on the sideline. Hopefully on this play, I'm pretty sure it's things are going to calm down.
There's the moon, kind of a blood red moon here tonight, perfect for Halloween. And there's Spates running it forward, and he could be gone. And goes into the end zone for the hat trick. He's got 3 touchdowns tonight, 7 on the year. And the score will end probably around 35-21. Little deception there because Mackay had pulled within a touchdown twice here in the fourth.
They gave a handoff is Mark because the Mustangs were willing to take a knee and let's finish the game. And I don't think they liked how they were pushed around. So they said, you know what? We're not going to take a knee. Here we go.
Yeah, they ran a play. And you got to stop them. Mustang fans at the with the Mustang band with the fight song.
Other than that previous play, it's been a well-played game. A lot of good sportsmanship by both sides.
And there you see Ruelas asked for a timeout. I don't think he had a holder out there. And Memorial takes their last timeout with 39 seconds left. And it's 34-21. Another look at that touchdown run. Yeah, Bulldogs are anticipating another knee, but like you said, Mario, Mustangs not wanting to take a chance of their quarterback maybe being hurt, so they just run a regular play. And Spates was able to break that one for 30 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know that the potential that Spates came into the game, but this is his biggest game of his career tonight with all the 3 touchdowns. And
there's the extra point by Ruelas, up and good. And he's 5 for 5 tonight. The score now 35-21 with 39 seconds to go. And Spates with a 35-yard run for pay dirt. So he's had runs of 61 yards, 60 yards, and 35 yards tonight for his 3 scores. Munoz had a 5-yard run. The quarterback, Coy, had a 1-yard plunge for touchdowns.
Spates came into this game with 721 yards, Mark. He's got at least 250, maybe more. He's getting close to 1,000 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably just under 1,000 yards for the season as we take another look at the moon. Beautiful shot there.
That looks like the same moon from last night, Mark.
It does. It's the orange light bouncing off it from the sun. And there's something poignant about a full moon or near full moon during the Halloween season. You've seen a lot of big plays here tonight. Memorial jumped out to a 21-0 lead. And Mackay clawed their way back in it with a spirited fourth quarter, getting 2 touchdowns. They were down 21-14. Then the Mustangs had another big score from Spates. That put them up 2 touchdowns. Mackay ran the kickoff back for a score to put them down just 1 score again. But the Mustangs have scored yet again. 14 points here in this quarter. Actually, 14 by both teams here in the fourth quarter.
They made sure that Finn Henderson didn't get an opportunity.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Mackay elected to take the ball at the 30-yard line. First down.
Actually, correction of Mackay with all 21 of their points in this fourth quarter. So 5 touchdowns in the fourth quarter between these two.
Well, definitely a very entertaining game. And that's all we expect every time two McAllen ISD schools play each other.
And here's Woltoff back to throw for a screen pass here to Henderson. And Henderson picks up about 6 yards. And they may not even run another play here. We'll see. They're going to go hurry up offense. So we're down to under 20 seconds left. Mackay can't stop the clock. And there's a completion to Henderson at the 41-yard line. A pickup of 5. And it'd be third down, or actually first down. And this will be the last play here with 5 seconds left. Toward the sideline, incomplete, intended for Henderson. Stops the clock at 2 seconds. There'll be one more play. We see Maldonado, who had a 21-yard touchdown catch earlier in the fourth. Henderson with a 94-yard kickoff return. Mustangs with a prevent defense out there. They're going to rush 3. And there's a hook and lateral. Bulldogs trying to keep it alive here. And finally a tackle made there at the end. That was Diego Villegas, their center, ended up with the football. And the game is over, 35-21. Memorial comes out on top in the Battle of the M. Second year in a row for the Mustangs. After winning by 3 last year, they win by 14 here tonight and lead in the series 24-20. Teams will shake hands, so let's go through the touchdowns for Mackay. Their quarterback, Woltoff, had one. He also had a touchdown pass to Maldonado. And then Finn Henderson with a big kickoff return. And then for the Mustangs, 3 touchdowns tonight from Spates, and then 1 touchdown each from Munoz and Coy, the quarterback. There's some highlights you can take a look at. Mustangs end up with 455 yards rushing here tonight, 27 yards passing. Mackay with 149 yards on the rush and 118 through the air. And that'll do it for tonight. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May. And the rest of our McAllen ISD and MITV broadcast crew saying so long from DQ Fan Field. Hope you enjoyed it. Our final score, Mustangs 35, Bulldogs 21. Good night.